Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Put your hands together for Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Shri Shri Radha Gokul Chandra ki. Srila Prabhupada ki. Nitai Gauda Premanandi. Hare Krishna. So I'd like to take this opportunity on behalf of Navadi Prabhu and his team, on behalf of Shri Shri Radha Gokul Chandra Mandir, Gaunitai Srila Prabhupada, to welcome all of you for this afternoon into the evening of a special 50th birthday celebration here with their Lordship, Shri Shri Radha Gokul Chandra, the devotees, well-wishers, congregational members, which is mostly in the mood of receiving the blessings of their Lordship and receiving the blessings of all of you. So I'd like to humbly request Visakha to please assist us with a short kirtan. And then we'll announce the rest of the program. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jaya Radha Gokul Chandra, Radha Gokul Chandra, Radhe.
Radha
Gokul
Gokul
Chandra,
Chandra,
Radha Gokul Chandra, Radhe. Jaya Radha Gokul Chandra, Radha Gokul Chandra, Radhe.
Jaya Radha Gokul Chandra, Radha Gokul Chandra, Radhe.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya
Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada.
Shri Shri Radha Gokul Chandra ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So you can encourage them by putting your hands together. So thank you very much, Visakha. Thank you very much, Visakha, for that kirtan. We like to encourage Uncle Il to please do a little kirtan for us. You can encourage Uncle Il by putting your hands together. Hare Krishna. So they're saying they need 2 minutes. So you can all chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम
हरे
राम राम हरे हरे
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Jaya
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Uncle Il. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. I didn't hear you put your hands together like. You put your hands together for Uncle Il? Yeah, that is more like us. So we'll continue at least with another session of Kirtan, and we have someone with us very special. His Grace Parthasarthi Prabhu, all the way from Rudraprayag, North India. That is more like Rishikesh side, or you can say Rishikesh area, on the bank of the, close to the bank of the Ganga, those areas where the Ganges flow. So Parthasarthi Prabhu is a disciple of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, one of our senior ISKCON rep, ISKCON Swami, who within the last month would have leave his body at the age of almost 80. He was 80 or 82 years? 82 years. So Parthasarthi Prabhu have been here with us in Guyana for the last 2.5 years. And if you see quite a few Indian cooks, boys around, you will know that they are with Parthasarthi Prabhu also. So he doesn't only cook in the kitchen, but sometimes he does cooking in the temple room by giving us good tasty kirtan. So I'd like to humbly request Partha Prabhu to please lead us in a few.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Radha Gokul Chandra, Radha Gokul Chandra, Radhe, Jaya Radha Gokul Chandra, Radha Gokul Chandra, Radhe. Jaya Radha Shyam Sundar, Radha Shyam Sundar, Radhe, Jaya Radha Shyam Sundar, Radha Shyam Sundar, Radhe. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna. So thank you very much, Partha Prabhu, for that wonderful ecstatic kirtan. At this point in time, we would like to formally again welcome each and every one of you to this very auspicious setting that we are having here this evening. Very fortunate evening for each and every one of us here. At this point, I would like to introduce our main speaker for this event, this Ramayana Katha sessions that we are having across the country, ISKCON. I would like to say, I affectionately call him Little Hari Kirtan Das. But at this moment, we must also, with all reverence, say His Grace, Hari Kirtan Rasadas, who would be expounding on the Ramayana, for which he has great passion and a lot of inspiration coming from the Ramayana in his personal life. So he was born within ISKCON fences, gates. That's at the Crane Hare Krishna temple in year 2000. From the glorious parents of His Grace Prabhupada Dev Prabhu and Mother Visakha Sakhi. And in 2006, the entire family moved to Georgetown, where they embarked on a newly fresh ISKCON project as an offering to Srila Prabhupada, of which Hari Kirtan, back then he was Hari Dev. So he was very much instrumental in a very prayerful mood. And he attended the Dharmic Ramakrishna School in his early days, and then subsequently he attended the Saraswati Vidya Niketan School, that's on the west coast of Demerara, very prestigious educational background. He has attained from the University of Guyana a bachelor's degree in computer science. He also assists his father and the entire family in the family business, and presently functioning as the graphic designer and co-managing the business also. He got married 2 years ago. 2 months ago, he became a very young father of a little princess, yet to be shown to everyone here, maybe. Not today, but in the future. And he continues his study in ISKCON from early days to this date, and eventually he got initiated by His Grace, our GBC, His Grace Virabahu Maharaj, our Guru, and he was given the name Hari Kirtan Rasa Das.
And his passion for Ramayana has stemmed, I guess, from his Nana. You see, I would like to stick a point here for a half minute and say how family background is very important, what we do for the future of our generations. So his grandfather, his Nana, he normally says affectionately Ghana, he has a passion for Ramayana also. So we can see where that is stemming from. He travels a lot and study, and he traveled on pilgrimage in India and did a lot of different courses. And he's very much integrally involved in the managing and organizing of various festivals of the temple in Georgetown, the Hare Krishna Study Center. And he is an exemplary youth, I shall say, that from then to now, in such a short period of time, he was able to achieve this status of trying to educate others on the Ramayana, which I should say, it's a very much inspiring part of life that he has taken, that many of our youths should also embark on such ventures. So, he also thought he wants to express a few things in these events that we are experiencing across Guyana, one of which probably he is not so conscious of, I think. But he wants to achieve this preaching of Ramayana together with celebrating his glorious mother's birthday, which we are having also, which is a good thing, another inspirational thing for youths and those of us who have our parents still living on the earth. So this is our Hari Kirtan Rasa Prabhu, who would be expounding from the Ramayana. I do hope that we pay keen attention, and at the end, would there be time to ask questions? I'm not so sure. But social media is enough to, and you know, the various ways how you can communicate is enough for you to ask questions. So at this point in time, I would like to ask a member from the management of the temple to render the garland of our dear Navadip. Navadip Prabhu is doing that festive adoration. So I'd like also to urge the Kirtaniers to please remain on stage, because he will definitely need your backup in terms of doing Kirtan and expounding from the Ramayana. Let us chant one Hare Krishna as an acknowledgement of his presence and for his service. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Over now to our Revered Hari Kirtan Rasadas.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Please let's all do one Mahamantra loudly together. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Shri Radha Gokula Chandra Deva ki
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
So it is indeed an honor to be able to engage in this service with each and every one of you here. We mentioned last night that please do not feel that because I'm sitting up here on a fancy chair. We're all sitting on chairs. The fanciness of it doesn't matter. But not because I'm up here and you're all spread out here means that I am in a better position. We're all in the same position, meaning that hearing about and glorifying the Lord gives the same effect to the heart. It purifies our heart. So with that, I humbly beg each and every one of your blessings so that I may be able to glorify the Lord properly, and the blessings of Shri Radha Gokula Chandra, Shri Gauranitai, and Srila Prabhupada. so that we can all hear nicely and glorify the Lord nicely. We are unable to do so properly, but we will try our best. Before we begin, it is customary for us to recite a few prayers. So those of us who know these prayers, please join along as loud as possible. Note, as loud as possible. And those of us who may not be familiar with the prayers, you can still hear them. They have the same effect. These prayers are prayers of gratitude to our spiritual masters, Sri Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates, Sri Sri Radha and Krishna, for so kindly giving us the opportunity to glorify and hear about them today. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manovishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Everybody loudly. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Again loudly, because without the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates, we would not have been here today. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Loudly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Before we begin, it is customary when reciting Sri Ramayana that we glorify Lord Hanumanji and Lord Shiva as well. So those of us who are familiar with these prayers, please join along. Karpura Gauram Karunavataram Sansara Saram Bhujagendraharam Sada Vasantam Hridayara Vinde Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami Manojavam Marutatulya Vegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtam Vatatmajam Vanarayuta Mukhyam Shri Ramadutam Sharanam Prapadye Mata Ramo Mat Pita Ramachandraha Swami Ramo Mat Sakha Ramachandra Sarvasvam Me Ramachandror Dayalu Nanyam Jane Naiva Jane Na Jane Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namah. Shri Ramachandra Bhagavan Ki Jai. So with those prayers and seeking your blessings, we begin the Katha today. Last night we spoke about the Sundarkand of Ramayana. I'm sure many of us here are familiar with the Sundarkand of the Ramayana. Or if you aren't familiar, you definitely know the story of Lord Hanumanji jumping over the ocean to go to Lanka to find Mother Sita. This pastime is extremely sweet, and how many of us are familiar with the old Ramayana series, the Ramayana series? How much of us have seen that? Used to show on TV. It might be still showing today. The title song for that series is Sita Rama Charita Ati Pavan Madhura Sarasa or Ati Manabhavan Puni Puni Kite Shunaye Shunaye Fir Ki Pyas Bhujat Na Bhujaye. That Sita Ram Charita Ati Pavan, the character and pastimes and glories of Lord Ram and Mother Sita are extremely pure. Madhur Saras or Ati Manabhavan. They are sweet, madhur, saras, they are full of nectar, and ati manabhavan. They are very pleasing to hear about. Puni puni kite, shunaye shunaye. No matter how many times we hear it, fir ki pyas bhujat na bhujaye. Our thirst to hear does not become quenched. We want to hear more and more, more and more. So that is the glories of Lord Ramachandra's pastimes. In the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam. That the great devotees engage in serving me, worshipping me. How? By conversing with one another about me. How though? How are they conversing? With love. Priti purvakam. So that is what we're trying to achieve tonight, conversing and hearing about the Lord with, hopefully, with whatever love we have for the Lord and within our hearts. Today, the pastime begins when Lord Ramachandra, Lakshman and Mother Sita are roaming through the Dandakaranya forest, and they come upon an ashram of Saravanga Rishi. But before they reach the ashram, from a distance, they see that there's a certain royal figure along with his associates. Usually when kings come, they have a bunch of people that come with them. Their servants and a big fanfare, you know. Have elephants and horses and chariots and a whole big bunch of things. So they saw that from a distance and they were wondering, what is it that's going on there? So they waited. Lord Ramachandra, he walks ahead and he leaves Lakshman and Sita behind, Mother Sita behind. And he goes ahead and he goes to the door of Saravanga Rishi, and just then somebody walks out of the ashram. Who's that person? Indra. He doesn't look Lord Ramachandra in the eye, and he just downs his head and kind of runs away. Lord Ramachandra then enters the ashram, and Saravanga Rishi, he bows down prostrates himself at the Lord's lotus feet. And he says, I knew you were coming today. Lord Ramachandra doesn't waste any time. He says, was that Indra just now who just walked out? Saravanga Rishi said, yes. What did he want? Actually, Indra came to tell me that your austerities, all the results of your austerities has borne fruit. Your austerities and penances is successful. I am here to take you to Brahmaloka. Now, if somebody comes, imagine for us, right? If Indra comes to us and tells us, Brahmaloka, by the way, if you're wondering, is the highest planet in this entire universe, where Lord Brahma, the creator of the universe, resides. Somebody comes and tells you, oh, I'll take you to Brahmaloka. What will you say? No? We want to go, right? We want to see at least, let me go and see now. We look like and come back. Right? Saravanga Rishi bluntly refuses. He says, no, this is not what I want. I'm seeking something higher. I don't want to go to Brahmalok. I want to go to Goloka Vrindavan. I want to go to somewhere higher, outside of this material world. Right? And so, Saravanga Rishi, he expresses his ecstasy. He says, I knew you were coming here today. And there's a beautiful chaupai that describes this pastime. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Everybody. Shri Ram श्रितवत पंत रहे हो दिन राती, अब प्रभु देखी जुरानी छाती। नाथ सकल साधन में हीना, इन्हीं कृपा जानी जन दीना। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। Everybody.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai
So Sarvanga Rishi tells Lord Ramachandra that Nata Sakala Sadhana Me Hina. Although I am totally unworthy, all of my penances, they haven't given me the happiness that I feel today. What does Sarvanga Rishi do? By this time, Lakshman and Mother Sita have arrived. And Sarvanga Rishi, he does something interesting. He offers all the results of his penances to Lord Ramachandra. He declares it boldly. I, Sarvanga Rishi, offer all my results of my penances to you, Lord Ramachandra. Lord Ramachandra smiles mockingly. He says, I'm a Kshatriya. I don't accept charity. And he just smiles. Sarvanga Rishi gets the message. Who am I to offer my penances to the Lord, the results of my penances? And he just falls at the feet of the Lord and offers obeisances. And he tells the Lord that, and then the Lord sits down with him and he offers, as an offering unto the Lord, he offers all his knowledge, all his wisdom onto the feet of the Lord. Until the next morning. It's described that at that time he had nothing left except his body. He offered everything to the Lord. And at that time, he got up and he says, my dear Lord, thank you very much for allowing me this opportunity to serve you. Although I have done nothing to deserve this great good fortune, yet you've shown your grace to me, knowing me to be your humble servant. Sarvanga Rishi begs the Lord's permission, and by the power of his yogic strength, he burns his body to ashes. He burns his body up and there's nothing left. There are no ashes, nothing. Everything is just gone. And he goes back to the supreme person, to the supreme abode of the Lord, Golok Vrindavan. Then, Lord Ramachandra, Lakshman and Mother Sita, they continue, and we know eventually they settled at Chitrakoot. And after some time, they meet Shurpanaka, and the whole episode of that happens. Everybody is aware of that pastime. And Shurpanaka, she tries to kill Mother Sita. Lakshman cuts off her nose, and she goes back to Ravana, and she twists the whole thing. She says that, there are two boys in the Dandakaranya forest, and they're causing much trouble. But there's something I wanted to do for you. Just see how, this is how modern news reports work, right? They twist news, right? She said that, actually, I went to secure the most beautiful person as your wife. Just see, we know what Shurpanaka went for, right? She went because she was lustily attracted to Lord Ramachandra. She tells Ravana, I went to get you the most beautiful person on earth. And Ravan gets twisted. We know the whole story. He goes to Maricha. They both go there. Maricha takes the form of a deer. Lord Ramachandra then chases after the deer. Then Ravana comes and he disguises himself as a sage, and he kidnaps Mother Sita. While kidnapping Mother Sita and he's flying back to Lanka in the sky, Mother Sita is screaming. Before we continue, it is important that let's take a moment. Maybe we can all close our eyes, please. And just imagine what the situation in the forest was. Everybody, and some people's eyes are still open. Please close your eyes. Don't worry, I don't come and do anything to you. Nobody's going to trouble you. In the forest, all the deers, the trees, every single thing is extremely quiet. And all can be heard is the screaming of Mother Sita. It's not a nice sight. Please open your eyes. That mood was all over. Even the trees, the animals, the oceans, every single thing was extremely quiet. Everybody was crying. It is said the fishes were crying the most, but nobody could see because they were in the water. Nobody could see the tears in their eyes. Mother Sita is shouting out loud, and suddenly they pass by Jatayu, and she shouts for Jatayu. She tells Jatayu that please tell Lord Ramachandra that Ravana has taken me away. But please don't try to fight him because you'll not make it. Jatayu was an old bird, an old vulture, and Mother Sita knew that he had no chance. He had no chance of, conquering Ravana. Jatayu and his brother Sampati are sons of Aruna, who is the charioteer of the sun god. Once they tried to fly to reach their father, and Jatayu's wings was about to be burnt by a solar flare from Suryadev, and Sampati jumps in front of him and takes the flare on his wings, and he falls somewhere else, and Jatayu falls in the Dandakaranya forest. So they never saw one another again. This is 60,000 years before the Ramayana happened. So Jatayu is there. He's an old bird by now, over 60,000 years old. And he remembers this, how his brother sacrificed for him. And he says, I'm not going to let this opportunity pass. I need to reciprocate, sacrifice myself as well. I can't see that somebody's taking away Mother Sita and I won't do anything. He knew he would fail, but he tried anyway. Then he flies to the chariot of Ravana. Ravana feels a disturbance in the force. His chariot begins wobbling. And Jatayu, he lands on the flagstaff, on the flagpole of Ravana. And he says, where do you think you're going? How dare you do something so heinous? Do you expect to live after drinking this amount of poison? But anyway, good advice can't help you. Just like eating good foodstuffs does not do any good to somebody who has indigestion. If you can't digest the good foodstuff, then what is the use of you, eating it? Now, Ravana was young. Jatayu was old. Jatayu was feeble. Ravana was robust. Ravana had many weapons, and Jatayu just had his wings. In that situation, it would be perfectly justified if he did nothing. But he tries. He says that I am fearless. Why? Because I am serving the Lord. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, there's a verse that comes, Krishna Krishna Mahabaho Bhaktanam Avayankara Tameko Dahyamananam Apavargosi Samsrite. Arjuna tells Lord Krishna, when the Brahmastra is attacking the womb of Uttara, Parikshit Maharaj, he tells Lord Krishna that Krishna Krishna Mahabahu, you are the most powerful. Bhaktanam Abhayankara. You are the one who instills fearlessness in the hearts of your devotees. And we can see how fearless Srila Prabhupada was in his preaching. So Jatayu says, I'm fearless because I am serving the Lord. One should endeavor for kirti, not yasha. Yasha means fame, but kirti is good character. They're both meaning the same thing, but kirti is a bit different. Kirti lasts even after you're gone. Yasha is just for a few flickering moments. Ravana shows his arrogance. He says, nobody can take Sita away from me. Maybe after water is vaporized by a hot iron, maybe you can get the water back, but after I've taken Sita, nobody can take her from me. He was arrogant like that. He says that I am most powerful, nobody can fight with me. Jatayu gets angry at him and he rips off his flagpole from the chariot, and he rips the flag of Ravana to shreds. Now, everybody knows the flag is a symbol of somebody's ego. So he rips that flag to pieces, and Ravana manifests his 10 heads. And with 20 eyes, he glares at Jatayu with anger, and a fierce battle ensued. Jatayu proceeds to knock off the 10 crowns of Ravana. Then Ravana starts showering him with arrows. But Jatayu just brushes them away with his wings. Jatayu then goes and he collects the bow of Ravana and he breaks that bow in half. Then he begins clawing at Ravana's shoulder, and actually he pulls off all of Ravana's arms. You can imagine how many arms are there? 20 arms? He pulls off all of Ravana's arms, but they grow back, just like his head would grow back in the end of Ramayana. Ravana became frustrated, and Jatayu started doing even more destruction. He did something interesting. He went to the charioteer who was driving the chariot. He pulled off the charioteer's head and he flung it at Ravana, saying that this, you should always note, that this life is temporary. Don't think that you'll be living forever. Ravana then summons a trident and he impales it in the chest of Jatayu, but Jatayu still keeps fighting. Then, after a while, they realize that, this battle isn't going anywhere. So Ravana tries a different approach. He's a Rakshasa, right? So he's a bit deceitful. So he tries a different approach. He says, here's what. You're powerful, I am powerful. This battle will go on forever. You tell me your weak point, and I'll tell you my weak point. Jatayu says, okay, no problem. And in his innocence, Jatayu says, my weak point is my wings. Ravana says, my weak point is my right toe. Jatayu says, okay. So he summons all his strength. By now he is bleeding profusely. He hardly has any strength. He's elderly in age. He tries his best, summons all of his strength, and he lunges forward at Ravana's right toe. But Ravana was smart. That wasn't his weak point. When Jatayu goes down to his foot, Ravana takes out his sword and cuts off the wings of Jatayu. And Jatayu falls from the sky. But with it comes Ravana's chariot, and Ravana comes crashing down as well. Ravana summons his Pushpak Viman and they continue. But before they continue, Mother Sita and Ravana, they're on the ground, and Ravana decides to go and check on Jatayu to see if, he's really dead. And he does something that is really, really, really deplorable, really horrible. He goes to Jatayu and he kicks Jatayu in the head. Ravana did this once before to one of Lord Ramachandra's forefathers, one of the kings of the Raghu dynasty. He tried to attack Ayodhya. And while killing that forefather of Lord Ramachandra, he jumped on him and started kicking him while he was dying. And Lord Ramachandra's forefather, he cursed him, saying that you're such a disgraceful person. You have no manners, no etiquette. I curse you that one day somebody from my dynasty will kill you. And that is how one of the reasons Lord Ramachandra appeared. So, he kicks Jatayu. Mother Sita, she runs over to him and she holds his head on her lap. And Jatayu, he doesn't have the power to say anything. All he could do is chant the name of Lord Ramachandra. Rama, Rama, Rama. Very feebly, very quietly. For Mother Sita, Jatayu represented her father-in-law. He was like a father to her. And she was crying profusely. She told Jatayu, why did you come? I told you not to fight him. But Jatayu didn't say anything because his actions spoke louder than his words. Jatayu did something interesting, which we'll highlight just now. Ravana then goes to Mother Sita and tries to pick her up. She runs away and she tries to hug a tree nearby. Ravana goes and does something absolutely horrible. He drags Mother Sita by the hair back to his Pushpak Viman and they take off. The rest of the world was silent, witnessing this most ghastly scene. Jatayu lying there in a pool of blood. After some time, Lord Ramachandra arrives there. Before we discuss this, we'll humbly ask His Grace Bhaja Prabhu to please sing one bhajan, and then we'll continue.
पतित पावन जानकी जीवन सीता मोहन राम पतित पावन जानकी जीवन सीता मोहन राम अयोध्यावासी राम दशरथ नंदन
राम राम दशरथ नंदन राम
अयोध्यावासी राम दशरथ नंदन राम
राम राम दशरथ नंदन
पतित पावन जानकी जीवन सीता मोहन
पतित पावन जानकी जीवन सीता मोहन
अयोध्यावासी राम दशरथ नंदन अयोध्यावासी
राम राम दशरथ नंदन
पतित पावन जानकी जीवन सीता मोहन राम
पतित पावन जानकी जीवन सीता मोहन
जय श्री जय श्री पतित पावन जानकी जीवन सीता मोहन पतित पावन जानकी जीवन सीता मोहन
पतित पावन जानकी जीवन सीता मोहन
पतित पावन जानकी जीवन सीता मोहन
पावन जानकी जीवन
अयोध्यावासी राम राम दशरथ नंदन राम राम अयोध्यावासी राम 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 दशरथ नंदन राम दशरथ नंदन राम सीता मोहन राम राम सीता मोहन राम
Thank you very much, Prabhu. I don't think that clap did justice. Please. So, Lord Ramachandra arrives there, where Jatayu was, lying in his pool of blood, chanting the names of Lord Ramachandra. And then it's interesting. Oftentimes we say that the Lord knows everything. I mean, yes, He does know everything. But in this pastime, something interesting happens. The Lord, He's so distraught, so sad, and he's grieving for Mother Sita so much that He mistakes Jatayu for a demon. And He thinks, suppose this is the demon who ate Sita, and maybe there were two of them, and the other one fought and got away because there is a chariot nearby that is crushed. I wonder if they ate my Sita. Lord Ramachandra is thinking like this. And he takes out a crescent-shaped arrow, and he holds it to his bow, and he goes to shoot Jatayu, to kill him, thinking that he was a demon. As he comes closer, he hears a soft wailing in pain, but not crying, just chanting the name. But then Jatayu says something very amazing. Oftentimes, as devotees, we're misjudged by other devotees. And then we feel really bad and we retaliate against those devotees. But have we ever imagined that we might be misjudged by the Lord? What would we do in that situation? What do you think was Jatayu's response? He sees the Lord there, the Lord of his life, who he just gave his life to protect his wife. Right? And he failed. He's about to die. That same Lord is there in front of him, mistaking him for a demon with an arrow ready to kill him. What do you think was Jatayu's response? Anybody would like to guess? Anybody wants to guess? He says, yes, but he says, Ayushman. He gives a blessing to Lord Ramachandra. There's a voice that comes in the Sri Valmiki Ramayana. Yamaushadhim iva ayushman anveshasi mahavane sadevi mamacha prana ravanena ubhayam hritam. That yam aushadim iva ayushman. That the medicine for you and me has been taken by Ravana, but I bless you with long life. Please do not worry. Why does he say this? Lord Ramachandra actually tells Lakshman that, and this is interesting, our acharyas, the Sri Vaishnava acharyas who commented on Ramayana, they give a very beautiful description of Jatayu. They say that when Lord Ramachandra lost Mother Sita, he told Lakshman that I can't live a moment without Sita. And even when he goes to Kishkinda, he tells Hanuman that I won't survive a month without her. Right? But he lives for 10 months. We should know that when Lord Ramachandra says something, he doesn't just say something. He means it when he says it. Raghukula Rita Sada Chaliyaye. Thank you very much. Haribol. When Lord Ramachandra says something, he means it. And when he says that I can't live without Mother Sita, do you know the extent? Maybe some other time we can do, it won't do justice to maybe just highlight it. But it's worth doing an entire month katha on Lord Ramachandra's love for Mother Sita. And some people have the audacity to say that he didn't love her. He tells Lakshman that without Sita, I can't live. When Lord Ramachandra was put out of his kingdom, there was no change in expression on his face. He didn't want the praise. He didn't expect to be on the throne or off the throne. It was a service to him. He handled it with grace. No change in emotion. He wasn't too happy. He wasn't too sad. He was equipoised. That is the Ramachandra that we know. But he tells Lakshman, I survived then because Sita was with me. But now that she's gone, I don't know what I'll do with my life. And so, there's a beautiful chaupai that describes. But before we go on, I'll tell you the full translation for this verse. Jatayu says Ayushman. Why? He blesses Lord Ramachandra with life because he knows how Lord Ramachandra is feeling without Mother Sita. Sadevi Mama Chaprana, she's my life as well. That Devi, Mother Sita, is my life as well. Ravanena ubayam hritam. That Ravana has taken her away. Lord Ramachandra throws his bow aside. With tears in his eyes, he goes to Jatayu. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama.
Ram kaha tanura kahu tata. Mukh muskai kahi tehi bata. Jakar naam amarat mukh aava. Adamo mukut hoi shruti gava. So mamalochana gochar aage. Rakhau deh naat dehi khage. Jal bhari nayana kahi raghu gaye. Tat karvani jate gati paaye. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ramachandra tells Jatayu, I can restore your life. Jatayu says, you, whose names delivers everybody. When that holy name appears on the lips of a person who is about to die, that person goes back to Godhead. My good fortune is that so mama lochana gochara age. In front of my eyes, the person who that name belongs to is here, right in front of my eyes. Not just that, my head is on your lap. Why would I want to keep this body any longer? Take me to your supreme abode. Lord Ramachandra, Jala bhari nayana kahahi ragurai. Jala bhari nayana, with tears in his eyes. Now, this doesn't just mean tears in his eyes. Jala bhari nayana means, we should understand, Jala bhari means full of tears in his eyes. Lord Ramachandra tells Jatayu, what can I offer you? You've already earned your place in the spiritual world. What more can I give to you? I have nothing to give more to you. I am indebted to your devotion. And in painstaking detail, Jatayu tells Lord Ramachandra about everything that happened. Now, our Acharya's attribute, I told you that Ramachandra said that you can't survive a month without Mother Sita, but he survives 10 months. They attribute that Lord Ramachandra lived for 10 months because Jatayu offered him this blessing. May you live long. May you have long life. Ayushman. Just see. This is the reciprocation the Lord has with His devotees when we serve with all our hearts. While Jatayu was speaking, blood oozed from his mouth. And he spoke, "The reason why I did this was that Ravana is a great astrologer. He knew perfectly well what he was doing. He came to take Mother Sita in the Vinda Muhurta. And anything that is taken within that time period never gets returned. All I wanted to do was delay that, so that he takes her away in the next Muhurta, the Punarvasu Muhurta, where anything taken then gets returned tenfold. That is all I wanted to do. Just see the mood of service. Now I've done my duty, and it is my great good fortune that I am dying in your lap." Lord Ramachandra, with tears in his eyes, picks up the body of Jatayu, asks Lakshman to build a funeral pyre for him, and personally, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who says in Bhagavad Gita that everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on a thread. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, he tells Brahma, "Aham eva samevagre nanyad yad sarasat param paschad aham yad etacha yovashisheta sosmeham." There is nothing in this universe except me. I am present in every atom. Everything exists only because of me. Everything is dependent on me. That Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Ramachandra, with his own hands, carries out the funeral ceremony, the last rites of a vulture, Jatayu. A fortune that even Dashrath Maharaj, the biological father of Lord Ramachandra, did not get. Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki Jai. This is how the Lord reciprocates with us when we perform devotional service. It is said that this passing of Jatayu, if Mother Sita's being taken away was like a flood of sadness within the life of Lord Ramachandra, Jatayu's death was like a colossal tidal wave in that ocean of sadness. Srila Prabhupada, oftentimes, in one lecture, Srila Prabhupada, in the mood of Jatayu, glorifies for half an hour straight how we should serve the Lord. And Srila Prabhupada, in 1975, was it, when the temple, when Krishna Balaram Mandir opened? In 1975, Srila Prabhupada was very sick. Srila Prabhupada was so sick that he wasn't able to even take a piece of orange to eat. He couldn't bear to eat anything. For days he hadn't eaten. He was really weak, lying on his bed. And the devotee said, "Srila Prabhupada, we can't complete the building of the Krishna Balaram Mandir because we don't have cement." So they arrange a big, Srila Prabhupada says, arrange a big program and invite the governor. And I'll ask him myself. "Srila Prabhupada, you're sick. Do it." They arrange a big, huge pandal program. The governor of the Uttar Pradesh, he comes there. Do you know what Srila Prabhupada does? For days, Srila Prabhupada couldn't even get up from his bed. He was so sick. This is not a 20-year-old boy. This is a 79-year-old man. Extremely sick. Srila Prabhupada is sitting there on the chair. The governor gets up on the stage, delivers a 10-minute speech. Srila Prabhupada, after that, he could barely speak. After the governor, Srila Prabhupada goes, stands up on the stage, full strength, for 30 minutes straight. He describes the glories of Lord Krishna Balaram with utmost energy. And the devotees, they couldn't even listen to the lecture. They were just amazed. Is this the Prabhupada that was just lying on the bed? Srila Prabhupada welcomes the governor. And afterwards, they arranged a big dinner for the governor. Full feast. All sabji, rice, chapati, sweets, heavy stuff for the stomach for somebody who is sick. Srila Prabhupada sits down with the governor, has prasad, like nothing never happens, talks with him, sees the governor off to his car, and as soon as the governor drives off, Srila Prabhupada collapses. This is the mood of our acharyas. Srila Prabhupada's disciples are no less. His Grace Jayananda Prabhu. Who here has heard of Jayananda Prabhu? Please show by raising your hand. Well, if you didn't know, you'll know today. Jayananda Prabhu is that person who Srila Prabhupada glorified so much. So much so that till today, in front of every Ratha Yatra cart in ISKCON, across the entire globe, Jayananda Prabhu's picture is placed. Jayananda Prabhu was such a dedicated servant to Srila Prabhupada. He was an engineer. He used to work during the day, and at night he would drive taxi to earn extra money so that he can give every single penny to the temple. And he worked tirelessly to build Rath Yatra carts across ISKCON. Such service, eventually he got cancer and he passed away. While he was in the hospital though, the devotees knew that he liked cauliflower pakoras. So they used to make cauliflower pakoras and bring it for him. Jayananda Prabhu, in the last stages of cancer, paining all over his body, would take that prasadam instead of eating it and go to every sick person in the hospital and distribute that prasadam to them. Then Jayananda Prabhu passes away. Years later, that is since 1977, years later in 2007, 2008, thereabouts, one Mataji by the name of Kalindi Mataji is working in a hospice, an old age home where they take care of old people before they die. She's a devotee, but she never wore her tilak and neck beads and bead bag and everything to work. She would go without all of those devotional wear. One day she decided, you know what, let me just put on my tilak and go to work. These people are dying anyway. Nobody cares. I'll chant Hare Krishna for them. They're going to die and they can't complain. So she puts on her tilak, puts on her neck bead, walks with her japa bag, and she walks into the hospice. And she goes to this particular lady, an elderly lady who's about to give up her body. When the lady sees her, she's dumbstruck. You're a Hare Krishna? All this time I didn't know? I know the Hare Krishnas. So this Mataji is totally struck. Just then a little boy runs in the room. And he says, Hare Krishna? And he just runs out back of the room. And he comes back pulling somebody, a lady who is his mother. Mata, Mata, look. Or he didn't say Mata, he was American. He would say, Mommy, Mommy, look, a Hare Krishna devotee. So this Mataji, Kalindi Mataji, is totally confused. What the hell is going on here? One day I wear tilak and neck bead and everything, and I go here, and this happens? Turns out, the mother of that child explains, do you know Jayananda Prabhu? Kalindi Mataji was like, you mean the Jayananda Prabhu? Yes, the Jayananda Prabhu. Actually, he's my brother, and this is my mother, and this is my son. That Mataji, the mother of Jayananda Prabhu, passes away while chanting Hare Krishna in the presence of a devotee. This is how the Lord reciprocates with the service of his devotees. The Lord is so grateful, so merciful. This verse we sing every morning, Ashlishyava padaratam pinashtumam, adarshanan marmahtam karotuva, yata tatava vidadatu lampato, mat prananatastu saivanaparat. Krishna, you can do whatever you want with me. You can deny me your presence, you can embrace me roughly, or you might not come at all, or you might not even respond to me. But I don't care. You are my love and my only love. I love you unconditionally. No other person is my Lord. This verse that we spoke, Mata Ramo Mat Pita Ramachandra, Swami Ramo Mat Sakha Ramachandra, Sarvaswame Ramachandra Dayalu, Nanyam Jane, Naiva Jane Na Jane, Mata Ramo, Lord Ramachandra, you are my mother, my father, my friend, my master, my guru, my everything. Other than you, I don't need anybody else. Service to you and service to your devotees is all I need. Jatayu seemingly failed. We might say that, right? Seemingly he failed. He didn't get to save Mother Sita. We agree? Jatayu didn't save Mother Sita, right? She was still kidnapped. Yes? True? Right? We agree? Yes? But he was actually very successful. Just see the comparison. Marich was actually very afraid of Lord Ramachandra. He tells Ravana, don't try to play with Lord Ramachandra, you'll die. You'll die. But he was afraid of dying at the hands of Ravana. He thought it better, I die at the hands of Ram. At least then I'll get salvation. But what did he do? He separated Lord Ramachandra from Mother Sita. Jatayu, on the other hand, tried to join the two lords together, Mother Sita and Rama together, but died at the hand of Ravana. Which one is better, dying at the hands of the Lord or dying at the hands of Ravana while doing service to the Lord? You can answer that for yourselves. Next, Lord Ramachandra continues and he reaches very amazing personality, Shabari. Everybody here knows the story of Shabari? Please show by raising your hand. Who knows? Well, for those of us who don't know, Shabari, in her past life, was a princess. And she was extremely devoted to the Lord. But she wanted to serve the Lord in many ways, but her duties as a princess and the opulence of being a princess would come in the way. Like for instance, one time she wanted to go on pilgrimage, but she wanted to go discreetly and just go to the temples and take darshan. But being a princess, they have to carry her around with a bunch of guards and palanquin and big setup. So she didn't want all of that. Her dearest desire was, I don't want all of this wealth and everything. I just want to do service to the Lord and His devotees. I hope in my next life I can do this. So in her next life, she comes as Shabari. Shabari isn't actually her name. Shaba refers to a certain section of forest dwellers, and they're considered to be low-class people. Right? Some even consider them to be untouchable. So Shabari is born into that family, and she also happens to be born in the family of the chief of that village. And one day they decided that we'll get Shabari married. And Shabari, she doesn't want to get married, but that evening she agrees anyway, her parents say. That evening, they gather all goats and sheep and chicken and all of these, whatever, the whole works, to be killed the next day for the wedding. Right? They were meat eaters, low class, kind of forest people, so they don't have much more to eat. Shabari, she looks out her window that night before her wedding, and she says, all of these animals are going to die because of me and my wedding. I don't want this. So she jumps out the window and she runs away. And she ends up at the ashram of Matanga Rishi. Now, the ashram of Matanga Rishi is a very special place. She didn't know, though, because they were all men there, she didn't know if she would be accepted. So what would Shabari do? She would stay some distance away. And after, in the night, when everybody goes to sleep, like an hour after, she would go around the ashram cleaning. She would get all firewood and everything and place it nicely for the next day's services in the ashram. And 2 hours before everybody gets up, she would run away from that place. So that goes on for a few weeks, and Matanga Rishi and the sages are absolutely amazed. Who's doing this service? They go around the ashram, you doing it? You doing it? No, not me. So Matanga Rishi tells his disciples, you need to know who is doing this service. They say, no, Guruji, what's the need? The service is being done. Ashram is being cleaned. We don't have to do it. We don't have to do it. For mothers, or people who have to clean their place, that's your dream. You wake up in the morning and suddenly, clothes done wash, place done sweep, done mop out, the wares in the kitchen done wash, magically. Matanga Rishi says you'll lose two things if you continue like this. First of all, the credits of your devotional service will go to that person, and you'll develop attachment to that person. You need to find out who that person is. So they make a whole plan, and early the next morning, they catch Shabari and they bring her to Matanga Rishi. Seeing her sincerity, Matanga Rishi gives her shelter in his ashram and makes her one of his disciples. Now, the ashram of Matanga Rishi, the disciples of Matanga Rishi are very special. We'll describe how special in a few. Shabari, eventually, after some time, Matanga Rishi and his disciples were going back home, back to Godhead. Now you imagine, your guru and all of your god brothers are going back to the spiritual world. Matanga Rishi says, but we have a very special service for you. You have to wait here. We're going to see the Lord, but one day the Lord will come to see you. But he doesn't say when. Now, after some time, Shabari does this for many, many years, over 13 years. Every day, she would decorate the ashram, she would clean it. I don't know how many people here dab their household, their bottom house with cow dung these days, but she would dab the entire ashram with cow dung. Now that means, you just imagine, don't just think, oh, she dabbed it, okay, fine. At an elderly age, she was old, short, frail, she had sunken cheeks, but her vitality was out of this world. The smile on her face was amazing. I'm sure even none of us can smile as beautiful as Shabari did. Now, oftentimes when we see such people in old age, we don't say that they are very beautiful, right? Sometimes people comment like that. But Shabari was actually the most beautiful. That smile was even more beautiful than even the smile of the prettiest person on the planet. Why? Because this is the satisfaction she gained from serving the words of her spiritual master. Her faith in the words of her spiritual master that one day the Lord will come. So every day she would go to the forest. She would have to gather cow dung, mix it to dab the ashram. Then she would go and look for the best fruits at that old age. You can imagine she probably had pains in her knees and her back and everything. She would sleep on the ground, not in the ashram, but at the doorway of the ashram because she didn't know if the Lord was going to come in the day or he was going to come in the night. So she didn't want to miss it. So she would sleep at the doorway, waiting. One day the Lord will come. And every day she will make garlands for the Lord and she would decorate the entire pathway to the ashram with flowers. Diligently. Then one day, one fateful day, the Lord comes. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram. Tahite gati mama Ram udara. सबरी के आश्रम पगुधारा सबरी देखी राम गृह आए मुनि के बचन समुझी जिय भाई सरसी जलोचन बाहु विशाला जटा मुकुट सिर उरबन माला श्याम गौर सुंदर दोबाई सबरी परि चरण लपताई श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम. One day, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Ramachandra, who is described like the moon, walking along with the sun, Lakshman, the sun as in the sun in the sky, walking along with Lakshman, came to the hermitage of Shabari. Shabari, when she saw that Lord Ramachandra was coming to her ashram, tears welled in her eyes. And immediately she said, the words of the Guru can never be proven false. They're always true. Sri Ramachandra, Sarasija Lochana Bahu Visala, Jata Mukuta Sira Ura Banamala, Shama Gaura Sundara Dobai, Shabari Pari Charana Lapatai. Sarasija Lochana Bahu Visala. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, he was very beautiful, wearing deer skin, and his arms were very long and strong. And upon their chest, they were wearing 2 forest garlands. Shama Gaura Sundara Dobai. Dark and fair were the complexions of the 2 brothers, Lord Ramachandra being the dark one, greenish in complexion, and Lakshman being golden in complexion, Gaura. Sundara Dobai, beautiful, the 2 beautiful brothers. Shabari goes and she offers Charana Lapatai. She goes to the Charana, the lotus feet of Lord Ramachandra, and she offers her obeisances. She doesn't have anything to say. Just with tears in her eyes, she just gazes at the lotus face of the Lord. She says, the wait was worth it. for all of these years, every day, with enthusiasm, determination, and patience, I've executed my devotional service. Today, seeing your lotus face, it was all worth it. It was all worth it. Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj, one of the disciples of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami, had one old female disciple who came to him one day and said, Guru Maharaj, I'm chanting for so many years, but I don't feel taste for chanting the holy names. Krishna hasn't appeared before me. Sridhar Maharaj tells her, like you, many years ago, there was somebody who was in a similar position, but he didn't give up hope. In the Nectar of Instruction, Srila Rupa Goswami says something. He says 6 things that are necessary for devotional service. And the first 3 of them, very important. Actually, all of them are important, but we'll just highlight the first 3 or 4. He says, Utsahan Nishchayat Dhairyat Tat Karma Pravartanat. Utsahan means enthusiasm. Nishchayat means determination. And Dhairyat means patience. Tat Karma Pravartanat, following in the footsteps of the previous acharyas, following the instructions of the Vaishnavas. Shabari exemplified all of these. With enthusiasm, every day, she would go and pick flowers, determined to carry on the service and patiently waiting for the Lord, following the instructions of our spiritual master. This is how our devotional service should be. And it's interesting how Rupa Goswami terms these 3 things. He says, Utsahan, Nishchayat, and Dhairyat. On the 2 sides is Utsahan means enthusiasm, and on the other side is patience. But in the middle, he inserts determination. It's very interesting why he does this. When we're enthused about something, excited about something, it lasts for a few days and then it goes away, right? If we're overly patient, man, let me throw back a little bit. You become complacent, you become lazy. That determination is necessary to keep both going. That is determination in spiritual life. So she tells Lord Ramachandra, gazing at the beauty of Lord Ramachandra, it said that Lord Ramachandra was extremely beautiful. His complexion was molten gold fused with emerald green. Can you imagine how beautiful he was? And his limbs were like translucent, glowing with effulgence. How beautiful the Lord was. In the same Ramanan Sagar, when Lava and Kush were singing to their father, Lord Ramachandra, within the court, they said, Raghuvara jaisa aur na koi, Sita ki samata nahi hoi. They say, Raghuvara jaisa aur na koi. There's nobody else like Lord Ramachandra. And Sita ki samata nahi hoi. This, the 2 of them together, do kare parajit, Kanti koti rati kamiki. Thousands and thousands of rati and kama. Rati is the wife of Cupid and kama is Cupid. Thousands and thousands of ratis and kamas cannot even begin to compare to these 2, Lord Ramachandra and Mother Sita. So beautiful the Lord was. Shabari is gazing at the lotus face of the Lord. Now we all know this story. Shabari then says, please come. She offers them a seat, offers them water, and begins feeding them berries, right? The bear fruit, right? Downs, as we all know. But she does something interesting. We know the 9 processes of devotional service: Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Padasevanam. One of them is Archanam. Who exemplifies Archanam? In the Srimad Bhagavatam, anybody knows who exemplifies Archanam? We can remember? Anybody? Prithu Maharaj. But in Ramayana, Shabari exemplifies Archanam. You might say, now, she didn't worship any deity, but actually, deity worship means serving the instructions of the spiritual master. Because it is by the instruction of the spiritual master that we get to serve the deity. We're only serving our spiritual master. When we're sweeping the temple room, we're assisting our spiritual master. When we're sitting up here giving a class, we're assisting our spiritual masters. When we're hearing, we're assisting our spiritual masters. And similarly, when we're dressing the deities, we are just assisting our spiritual masters. We aren't doing anything. The credit goes to our guru, our spiritual master. That is why Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, don't get caught up and think that you are the doer. Actually, the doer is Guru, Krishna. All the credit goes, like for instance, right? If you have a business and the staff in the business help to do an event, right? They invite the president. Who will the president thank? He'll thank the owner of the business. Thank you for inviting me and arranging such a wonderful program, right? All of the credit that the effort the staff put in goes to the master. Similarly, all of the credit of our service goes to our, who? I don't know. I don't hear you. Who does it goes to? You're not sure? It goes to our spiritual master. Who does it goes to? Please, loudly. Who does it goes to? We're simply assisting our spiritual masters in our service. And so, Shabari says, it is only by the grace of my spiritual master that I've got this good fortune. Now I understand why I was left back. And she says, Adya prapta tapas siddhi tava samdarshanatmaya adya me safalam janma guravasa supujita. The result of my birth, austerity, service to my guru has borne fruit today. I have gotten your darshan. Now, we said in Ramayana, Shabari is the example, topmost example of Archanam, doing deity worship. Now, I want to ask you something. When we go to offer something to the Lord, do we eat it first? If somebody eats from, even if somebody eats from a bunch of banana, they would not offer it to, they won't offer the remaining bananas to Radha Gokula Chandra. Do we do that? No, right? But Shabari, she eats the berries and then she puts it in the mouth of the Lord. What kind of example of deity worship is this? So the sages were saying, this is a very big offense. Either this is offensive on our part, or Lord Ramachandra is not the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One of them has to be true. So after Lord Ramachandra and Shabari, they have a very nice description. Lord Ramachandra speaks about the 9 forms of devotional service. And Shabari, she asks something very interesting. She doesn't ask to go home back to Godhead. Instead, she asks, please allow me to go back to the service of my spiritual master. The spiritual master is not a tool that we step over and just go. The spiritual master is our life and soul. Service to the spiritual master is all we have. We cannot feel that we can jump over. When we go to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Lord will ask, who are you? You can't say, oh, I am such and such. No, I am the disciple of such and such, servant of such and such. Then is when the Lord recognizes us. Through our spiritual masters. And service to the living Guru is absolutely important. And how does the Guru live? The Guru lives through his body, his physical presence, and through his instructions, serving the instructions of the spiritual master. In the Puranas, it's stated, Yasya devi para bhaktir yata deve tata guru tasyaite katita hyarta prakashante mahatmana. Service and faith in the words of the spiritual master, having equal faith in the Guru and Krishna, all truths becomes manifest. By Guru's grace, we get the mercy of Krishna. And by the mercy of Krishna, we get the grace of the spiritual master. It goes hand in hand. Shabari asks to what? To go back to the service of our spiritual master. Not to go back to Godhead, but to serve our spiritual master. This is amazing. This is real faith. Real faith is not intense belief over a short period of time, but it is progressively increasing conviction over a long duration. Shabari showed them around the ashram and then she goes. When Lord Ramachandra leaves the ashram, those sages that we were speaking about, they come and they say, something is wrong here. This is a bad example. We don't think you're the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord Ramachandra says, no, I'm not the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I'm simply a regular human being. Lakshman says, Lord, how can you say such things? Don't play humble. Right? The sages say, if you're actually the Supreme Personality of Godhead, here's a pond nearby. Purify this pond by touching it with your lotus feet. Lakshman says, forget about it. I'll go and touch it with my feet. He goes and touches it. The pond still remains dirty. Right? Lord Ramachandra, so they say, no, you can't go. Lord Ramachandra has to go. Lord Ramachandra goes and he touches it with his lotus feet. And nothing happens. The pond is still dirty. So he says, aha! we knew you were not God. Right? You can't be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Lord says, but you are great devotees. By touching it with your lotus feet, it can be cleansed. You go and touch, so they are very happy. You know, they go and they try touching it with their lotus feet. The pond still remains dirty. Lord Ramachandra says, if you want proof of how great Shabari is, if she would touch it with her lotus feet, right, then the pond would become purified. They say, what is the use of saying that now? She's gone. Right? You can say anything you want now. He says, forget about her. The place where she performed devotional service is as powerful. The dust of her lotus feet are still there. Take some of that dust and sprinkle it here and see what happens. And lo and behold, they bring the dust from the ashram and they sprinkle it in the pond. Immediately, the pond becomes pure, lotuses start sprouting. This is the power of the devotion of Shabari. The disciples of Matanga Rishi, from their sweat, the beads of sweat when they're doing their devotional service, when it would fall on the ground, flowers would bloom. And those flowers are everlasting, they never die. And they're absolutely fragrant. Similarly, our Srila Prabhupada, at night, he would toil endlessly, shedding. Srila Prabhupada said, I would shed pounds and pounds of blood, gallons and gallons of blood in my Bhaktivedanta purports. And these sweat and blood of Srila Prabhupada in the form of his purport is ever fresh. Today, you can listen to a lecture of Srila Prabhupada that he gave in 1966 and it is still fresh today. The words of our spiritual master, we can listen to the tapes of our spiritual masters over and over again, but it can never get stale because the words of the spiritual master are very powerful. Just see the power of Srila Prabhupada's devotional service. Today, so many years after Srila Prabhupada has physically left the planet, people all over the world are becoming purified, in the even in remote corners of the world. Some devotees in our audience found half of a Bhagavad Gita in the Bagdam and they became devotees like that. Half of Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita with purports did so much change. Imagine what the whole Bhagavad Gita can do. And so, sometimes people use their gurus as means to God, but Shabari proved that no, service to the spiritual master is everything. And therefore, one of the most important principles in our Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition is Dasa Dasa Anudasa, serving the servant of the Lord. We are not servants of the Lord, but servants of the servants of the Lord. Krishna says, he who says that he is my devotee is actually not my devotee. But he who is the devotee of my devotee is actually my devotee. How can we do this service? By executing one's dharma. The paro dharma, or actual dharma, the actual occupational duty. If all other occupations do not provoke attraction for serving the Lord, then they're useless. And how do we serve the Lord? The best dharma is chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And so with that, we'd like to end here. And I humbly beg your forgiveness if I've said anything that was wrong. Please correct me if you feel necessary. And if there is something good, I hope that you are pleased. And if you are pleased, then definitely Srila Prabhupada and Sri Radha Gokula Chandra are also pleased. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Lord Ramachandra ki. Jai Shri Ram. Your Lordship Shri Shri Radha Gokula Chandra ki. Shri Shri Gaunitai ki. Srila Prabhupada ki. Jai. So that is when we advertised this program, we said, Ramayana Katha. I don't know, those of you who received the invitations either via WhatsApp or printed copy, a hard copy of invitation, what was your thought? But we like to humbly request each and every one of you, Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis, devotees, all well-wishers, whomever you may be, those of you who are joining us virtually, those of you who are joining us here physically, we humbly request you to please not only to give your blessings and well-wishing heart to Visakha Devidasi, who is celebrating her 50th birthday, but to give your sincerest blessings to Hari Kirtan Rasadas, that as he begin this journey, it will be one that will make us all humbly proud. And more in the International Society for Krishna Consciousness here in Guyana, we have many youths, we have many boys and girls. I am personally hopeful that some of you will take this as an impetus to go in great heights in studying our scriptures and deliver it far and wide in the footstep of your spiritual master and Srila Prabhupada. If we can achieve some of that over the next few years, we will say, elders, myself, and maybe people like Arjuna Prabhu, Mother Thakurani, many of the elders will say, the movement are now in safe hands. We can evolve, no problem. In fact, His Grace Paramatma Prabhu was in recent time, in January, he said that at a program when we had the Ramayana Katha leading up to Ramayodhya Mandir opening on the East Coast. Of course, Ramayodhya Mandir was opening after 500 years, the deity was installed back at the birthplace of Lord Ramachandra in Ayodhya, but we were having 5-day session on the East Coast, different villages. And when Paramatma Prabhu came there and heard presentations and the descriptions and discussions from the Valmiki Ramayana, he said that he think that the movement is in safe hands. So these are some of the offerings that you may say, well, many of you may ask why we didn't do all 4 sessions here. And similarly, somebody were asking that last night in Good Fortune Mandir. And tomorrow evening we will be in Crane Temple, and I'm sure they will be asking the same thing. And then again, Sunday morning we'll be at Hare Krishna Study Center, and again they will ask the same thing. Why 4 locations? And with all, you may say, all that it takes, we don't use the word headache and austerity in our line, but for many people it seems like that. Why taking all that unnecessary trouble to organize 4 different locations? One location would have been enough. So the idea of 4 locations was, you will say that Visakha Devidasi, my Dharmapatni, she is going to celebrate her 50th birthday Monday, the 3rd of June 2024. And when we thought of doing something, her understanding or her desire was to offer obeisances, offer gratitude, offer her respects to the different places where the Lord would have engaged her in services. So the fact that she would have born and grew up in Good Fortune, she would have started out in Good Fortune Mandir. So the idea was to go to Good Fortune Mandir first and pray for the blessings of their Lordship there and the elders and devotees in general from the village there, which we did last night. After she got married, and it's happening in this sequence, and I choose the date or the location randomly, but now I'm saying it, I'm just making the connection. After she got married, we moved to Panihati, and almost for 2 years she would have been serving their Lordship, Sri Sri Radha Gokul Chandra, there in Panihati. We weren't fortunate to come and serve their Lordship here. So in that mood, to come and pay respect and make an offering here, receive the blessings of the devotees and everyone and their Lordship, Srila Prabhupada, Gaurnitai, Panchatattva, Nashingadev, the Acharyas. And then the deities at our temple in Cranewell Road, West Coast, Demerara, Sri Shinitai Chaitanya Chandra. When she and her parents joined the movement, those deities were in I-flat, 24 I-flat front. So they would have started out their spiritual life with those deities. But then when we left Panihati, Palmyra, Sewell village, and went back to West Coast, we went there to build a new home for their lordship, Sri Shinitai Chaitanya Chandra, and that temple was open 2000, of which Visakha would have been play an important role. And then 2006, we moved and come to Georgetown, UG Road, and for the last 16, 17 years, we have been there, and many of you who would have attended festivity and festivals, or in general attended temple here, you would have seen, at least since we have been there, Visakha have been serving as head pujari, so which means non-stop, 17 years head pujari service, but that is a little part of it. Many, many other areas of services she would have been doing. So that's the mood. The mood is, which will conclude Sunday morning. The mood is concluding Sunday morning because she wants Monday for herself, chanting, I don't know, 50 rounds or 64 rounds and what she wants to do. So that is why we are taking in our part for this 4th session, and then she will get Monday for herself. So that's pretty much the highlight or the mood of the program. Therefore, we humbly request you, all of you wonderful souls, to please grant her, give her your well-wishing hearts, that whatever year more Krishna will allow the soul to live in this present body of her, and that she will develop love for Krishna, Krishna Bhakti, Krishna Prema, as you just heard from Hari Kirtan, her son, that service to the Guru or assisting the spiritual master is as good as serving the Supreme Lord himself. So in that mood also, I want to take this opportunity before we hear a few presentations, and we'll have a concluding kirtan, and then Bhojan Prasadam will be served to everyone. And as you saw, we set up in here deliberately by chance, you may say, put it like that. Gaurav visited us a week and a half ago, almost 2 weeks ago in UG Road, and on his way coming back, we were talking on the phone, and he mentioned something about mosquitoes and Barbies. I was like, what? Navadip didn't say anything like that to me. And then, he was scouting around what to do. So by the help of Navadip and Gaura Prabhu, we were able to get these AC up and running. And I don't know what mystical thing Gaura did, that he warded off the mosquito from, the walls or, up to the windows and doors around the temple room here, so that if you should just step outside, you'll step right into the mosquitoes. So then the idea of serving prasadam, where do we go? So then I don't know if Navadip, maybe somebody might fire him afterward, but it's all I will take it upon myself. So I would have requested Navadip that dinner. So put your hands together for Navadip and his management team, and Gaura Prabhu, and all the devotees, everyone who would have participated in the kirtan, in the setting up, the cooks, those who will be serving prasadam, those who are assisting in live stream. The program are being streamed live on 3 platforms, Zoom, Facebook, and YouTube. And there are devotees and persons around the world, relatives and friends who are connecting, who are attending these programs. So that's, what is happening. So thank you all very much. Thank you. So this point in time, I would like to request Hari Kirtan and his team to make the wave. There is, at least I know, Dr. Krishna Ramani wants to say something. She's supposed to be on Zoom. Otherwise, by the time they are getting ready, if there is anyone here who would like to say a few words, a few birthday greetings, or those elderly devotees who would have known Visakha for the days in Panihati specifically, if you want to say something, here is your opportunity, because don't leave it for Crane tomorrow evening and even Sunday morning. You wouldn't have an opportunity. So anyone would like to say a few words? Hare Krishna. Anyone? Hari Bol. Okay, so anybody on Zoom? Govinda? You cannot wait because time is going. I'm not going to wait, so if you have something, you please line up right here.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So, I know this birthday coming up, and normally when you think about birthdays, but some people celebrate for a month, some a week, 4 days for Mataji. So normally we think about gifts, right? Obviously you gotta carry something, some gift or something. Now, in my mind, I don't know what can be a gift that would please Mataji, because normally the whole idea of a gift is to make the person happy. So my gift to you is not a physical gift. It is something that I think will make you happy. I hope it makes you happy. And just to give a little background is that I joined the family. Now I'm going to join on a different level. I joined as in like I got married into the family. But now I want to announce officially that I'm going to join the family on a spiritual level. Now, you might be wondering what is going on here now. Even Prabhu might want to know, you never heard something like this before, right? Somebody joining a family on a spiritual level. Let me simplify it for you. Good. So I would humbly like to request the management, I am making an official announcement that I am going to aspire to be a disciple of His Holiness Virabhahu Maharaj. Now, I was waiting until my studies to actually make this official announcement and let the board know with the official right. I know the process, but I was thinking I can't come up with a gift to give Mataji Visakha. So I think this is going to make you happy, and we're going to step up. Because Haridev was saying and Prabhu was saying the class is based on the spiritual master and so on. Say, okay, this is a hint that, okay, today is the day I should make this announcement. So, Navadi Prabhu, I don't know if you're anywhere around. There's Ira or T Mataji. Oh, he's at the back there. I am officially making my request to be an aspiring disciple of His Holiness Virabhahu Maharaj. I'll do the official stuff during the course before the board is out. So, I'll, like, put a stamp on this gift. And also, I'd like to wish you a very happy birthday. You have always been one person to give straight up advice. You don't just pick and choose and give advice. What is it? You tell straight as it is. It's your story if you want to be vexed or you can't handle it. But you have known me from very small. When you got married, I was a little guy like this with a brahmachari clothes. Now, past the brahmachari stage, I'm a grihasta. You know, life goes on. So, I would like to thank you for all that you have contributed in my life as a youth child growing up until an adult. And me and my wife, Sarva, and my daughter, Lilamrita, we want to wish you all the best. 50 is the start, like we were talking earlier. 50 is just a start for you because we know what you can do. So all the best, Mataji. Happy birthday. And may Shri Radha Gokula Chandra bless you immensely and give you the strength to continue to do what you love for the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you, Govinda. So I think Krishna Ramani, Dr. Ramani is on Zoom, so we can bring in Ramani, after which, I don't know, Navadvip and who else? Huh? Hare Krishna Ramani, you can please say something.
Haribol, Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Can
we
you
can
all
hear
hear
you.
me?
Go right ahead. The Udit family, Tridish Bhagwan Prabhu and Mother Gandharvika, that Krishna Ramani are going to speak. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everyone, once again. I would like to take this opportunity, this wonderful opportunity, to wish Mother Vishakha a very, very happy birthday. I actually wrote a speech, which is something I sometimes don't do, but I wanted it to flow nicely. Because the things I'm about to say, I don't think I've ever told her how I felt about her. Mataji, I'd like to wish you a very happy birthday. And when Prabhupada, Dev Prabhu told me that the family will be hosting this Ramayana Katha in honor of your 50th birthday, I was very happy. And I told my mother that you deserve this, well deserved, and even more. More to come in the future. Maybe a katha for every one of your birthday to come. You do deserve. And this is very practical because you've dedicated practically your entire life since you were a young girl to this movement. And after getting married to Prabhupada Dev Prabhu, dedicated your whole life to Krishna consciousness and devotional service. And this is just a gratitude in what you have done for all of us. Just as Govinda said, he said certain things already that I wanted to say. I went to your wedding as a little girl. I wasn't a teenager yet when you got married. And I've had association with you at times in my life. But the time that I got closer association with you was when I lived in Turkheim for 6 years. And I got to understand who you are as a person, and some of the things that I can say when I think about you is a woman of great strength. I would have had conversations with you and listened to certain challenges you may have had in life, and the way you handle it and the way you went through them was indeed wonderful and, spectacular. That's the word that comes to mind. So you are a woman of great strength, and you've exemplified that. I've personally seen that in your life. And as a mom, as a mother, you have done a wonderful job to raise Hari. Now he is a married person and starting to build his family, and he's doing wonderful in the movement. Everywhere he goes, people are very happy to have his association, and you can see that he's brought up well in Krishna consciousness. And your role as a wife, I've never seen, probably one of the couple women I know in my life who has been side by side with their husband in every step of the way. So in all, and as a child to your parents and as a sibling to your brother, I've seen you fulfill all of your roles wonderfully, and I don't think anyone can ask of anything better. Towards me, I've learned tremendously from you. I think you're a very intelligent person, and you have tremendous experience in life. And sometimes I still remember the things you would have told me, and how I would have responded then. Now I see the practicality of what you were trying to tell me. So some of your life experience that you have shared has really benefited me as an individual. I am very happy we have crossed paths in life in such close proximity. I studied there and I had close dealings with you through devotional service. I'm super happy we have crossed paths in life. Also, on behalf of the Tridish Bhagwan family, my mother, my siblings, Amit, my two nieces, Ari and Vrinda, once again, I would like to say a very happy birthday. And I see you guys as family to us. We're a Vaishnava family. And I wish you a very happy birthday, that you live to see many more to come in the future with happiness, with good health, and spirituality. And what else I'd like to say? Something else I wanted to say too. Oh, one last thing I'd like to say before I go. This should be an example how much we should celebrate every Vaishnava's birthday. It may not always be a few days event, but celebrate their birthday, because someday when we get older, we sit, it's the memory that comes along with those who are close to us we're going to remember. And this will be a memory that you would not forget. I wish I was there physically to celebrate your birthday with you. I don't like to speak on Zoom. I like to speak in person. But nevertheless, I am very honored and I feel super happy to be given this opportunity to say something for your birthday. So I thought if I run late at work, I may have texted my message and have Gaura or Harry read it. But I'm super happy to wish you a happy birthday. And with so much love from Mother Gandharvika and all of us, do enjoy your birthday in this Krishna conscious way. Hari Bol.
Hey Krishna, put your hands together. Thank you very much, Dr. Ramani. Was nicely put. Anyone else who are here will like to say? Our dear God brother, Krishna Sakha Prabhu, please. Oh, wow, what a surprise. So Mataji are here also, so please come here. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna to all you wonderful devotees here. On behalf of this and Radhasaki, this is an extended family of ours, and what we are in one family, which is Krishna conscious family. Mother Visakha was always, when you come to Burma, she always visited us. Such wonderful memories. We usually celebrate birthdays together. The whole week was birthdays. I remember that. So I know it's getting late, and I'm not going to take much of your time again, but and Krishna consciousness is a happy place, and those who are in consciousness knows what happiness is, and they are always happy in Krishna consciousness. Whether you live here, you live in the U.S., you live in anywhere, yeah. But because I've learned one thing in life, right, is that remembering the Lord at the word. Once you remember the Lord, you're good, and He will take care of you. So once again, happy birthday. So, to you too, wonderful.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, our dear God brother Krishna Sakha Prabhu. Anyone else? Okay. Thank you very much. We would like to ask. Oh. Ramana Singha Prabhu. Quickly by Ramana Singha.
Hare Krishna everyone. Mataji Visakha, I would like to say congratulations on your next step, your journey, and in your Krishna conscious life. I always hear about you, but I never met you. It was when we have the Rath Yatra festival in Bath Settlement. I saw you walking, and I asked the devotee, who is that? And then they told me about you. I always, when I go to the Hare Krishna Study Center, I will ask for Mataji, but I know you were always at the back doing the service at the back for the Lord, so I never met you. And every year I will go there when you have Kirtan Fest, or I will go there to see my relatives, and I will stop by at the center. I'm so glad I get to know you. Last year I get to know a little bit more about you by spending some time there. I'm so happy for that, and I've learned a lot from you. Thank you very much for your advice. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Mataji. Ramana Singha Prabhu, one of our ISKCON of Guyana National Board Rep, and of course my God brother.
So Hare Krishna everyone, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. So first of all, on behalf of our temple and all the devotees here, we'd like to take the opportunity to express our gratitude to Mother Visakha for choosing to come here to celebrate her birthday, give us an opportunity to hear her wonderful son Haridev explaining Ramayana Katha, Hari Kirtan. You see, I'm always saying Haridev because he's so dear to me. That's what how I'm remembering him. Mother Visakha, we want to beg the Lord to continue to bless you to inspire us, as you've always done. You're celebrating 50, and 50 is a significant number for people when they think of milestone or how far they've come. But for you, when we look at it, 2/3 of that 50 has been engaged in the greatest welfare work that can benefit all of us. You've engaged in devotional service. I will say a young teen. I will not say a teen, a very early age. Sometimes me and Bajagarang will be talking, or those who are associated with me, and we're saying, Mother Visakha and Prabhupada, they were the luckiest person. They get to live the life that you see sages live in ashram, right? In this modern time, for a person to be able in Kali Yuga, all the influence, I'm sure the challenges are even greater for you to perform the kind of sacrifices that I would not say service, I will say sacrifice, because that is what I see when I look at the service you've been doing. There is so many people who came to the society and they stayed because of our nurture and care. One thing I'm always grateful for, you and Prabhupada Dev a couple of years ago, they told me that they are ready to become the mother and father of my children if they're going to go up there to study. That is something, I never told you this, but that is something really touched my heart. You have been inspiring us in so many ways, I've talked about your sacrifice. Prabhupada Dev, people see him all of us see him as a Superman. As you are described by Shanta Vigora, he's a different kind of beast. But there is a superwoman behind him who's always inspiring him and keep him, who's like a lioness behind him, right? To do the kind of sacrifice he has been making. They say, you know a good tree when it has a good fruit, right? I'm sure after listening to this class, then you can understand the quality of fruit that has come off this wonderful tree. My wife could not have been here today because she's doing some cleaning up, and I think she hurt her back a little bit today. But she wants me to express to you that she wants to wish you all the best in Krishna consciousness. You inspire her a lot. She looks at you as a role model. And all the women, I'm sure, look at you as a role model in our society. The men too, because she's a devotee, She's been performing. When you look in this society, and I don't want to say this and sound artificial, but when you look at the family, their families, different level of family, who are performing service, we look at you and Prabhupada Dev, as the shining example of ISKCON Guyana. Please continue to aspire in your Krishna consciousness as the way you've been doing. Please continue to inspire all of us. Thank you for everything you've done. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Ramnasingha Prabhu. We'd like to humbly request if Visakha would like to say a few words before we go. So we'll take Visakha Mataji, and then we'll hear from Visakha. Then we'll have some concluding kirtan and prasad.
Hare Krishna. Well, I'm not much of a talk person, but on behalf of the management of New Kalinagram Temple, we'd like to wish you a happy, happy birthday. And thank you for choosing New Kalinagram Temple. Haribol. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Matajis and members of the New Kalinagram Mandir.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So I'm indeed happy to be here. This is also one of my home. Actually, I have lots of homes, probably lost count a little bit. um, After getting married, we would have moved to Panihati, which was not in this kind of luxurious way. It was way down the dam. Everybody knows Palmyra. I would say I have lots of happy years in my life. But those 2-3 years that I spent in Panihati was some of the most happiest one, because I had association with all of the nice devotees here from Borbies. Some of them are not here. I'm so happy that Visakha Mataji is here. Of course, I've seen Krishna Sakra Prabhu in and out. Thank you very much for being here. I have Sita Takarani Mataji, all of the devotees. You have Suratanath Prabhu, Iravati Mataji. There are like so many devotees here. You have Sunil Prabhu. I'm sorry, I can see, but sometimes the name keeps slipping, and it's 50. It means, you know, memory goes first. So I'm really, really happy that I'm here, that I could do this and get the blessings of all you devotees, and especially the blessings of Sri Sri Radha Gokula Chandra, who I have served. Sometimes I kind of feel guilty that we actually run away and left them, because we were, you know, doing this project in Crane. But I think I should say this. I have prayed, and those who think that these lords don't listen, they do listen. If you pray to them, they'll listen. I know that I have prayed to them for those years because I wanted to have a baby, and just a boy, and just one. I wouldn't ask for any more, and it happened. So they do listen. So everyone here, these lords, they listen to your prayers if you serve them wholeheartedly, with all your heart. You hear the katha of how, you know, Shabari, how much faith and love and determination she had in serving, you know, her spiritual master, and that's the result that she got. Now, if you do the same, that they'll reciprocate in the same way. So please don't leave them. Just do your service nicely. And thank you very much for allowing us to do this here and to be in your association. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you very much. I just learned that Mataji was saying to me that she would have invited on our behalf our dear Pandit Ramu and Pandit Arvind to be here. Please welcome and give us your blessings also on this occasion, and especially my son in attempting to glorify Lord Ram from the Valmiki Ramayana. Thank you all to being here with us to give us your blessings. We'd like to have a concluding kirtan. We'll have Bhaja Gauranga Prabhu. And as I said, after the kirtan, during prasadam, because prasadam will be served, bhojan prasadam will be served right here in the temple. If there will be anyone who would like to say a few words, the mic will be open for you. So over to His Grace Bhaja Gauranga Prabhu. And while the kirtan is going on, we will humbly request you can actually start to take up your seats around the tables that are around at the back area of the temple room here. The way that we'll be serving dinner, one of it is to have dinner together, like in a birthday kind of a setting. And of course, it is 50th birthday, so we wish that you start to take your seats, and your bhojan, prasadam will come and reach you. Juice, sweets, everything will come and reach you on your table. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki, Lord Ramachandra ki, Their Lordship Sri Sri Radha Gokula Chandra ki, Nitai Gaura Premanandi. Hare Bol. Hare Krishna.
मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम राम जानकी वल्लभ सीताराम बोलो राम बोलो राम जय जय राम जय राम
बोल राम सीताराम बोल राम
मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम राम जानकी जीवन सीताराम बोलो राम बोलो राम जय जय राम जय राम
बोलो राम सीताराम
बोलो राम बोलो राम जय जय राम जय राम
बोलो राम सीताराम
मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम राम जानकी वल्लभ सीताराम बोलो राम जय जय राम जय जय राम
बोलो राम सीताराम जय जय राम
बोलो राम जय जय राम जय राम
बोलो राम सीताराम
जय राम बोलो राम जय जय राम जय जय राम
बोलो राम सीताराम जय राम
बोलो राम 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 बोलो राम 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 जय जय राम 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 श्री राम राम राम
बोलो राम
राम राम
जय राम 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 जय
राम राम बोलो राम बोलो राम जय जय राम
बोलो राम सीताराम जय जय राम
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Ram Ram Ram, Jai Jai Ram Ram Ram. Bolo Ram Ram Ram, Jai Jai Ram Ram Ram. Jai Jai Ram Ram Ram, Sita Ram Ram Ram. Jai Jai Ram Ram Ram, Sita Ram Ram Ram. Bolo Ram, Jai Jai 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 Ram. Bolo Ram Ram Ram, Sita Ram Ram 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 Ram. Jai Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Jai Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sita Ram, Sita Ram. Sita Ram, Sita Ram. Jai Jai Ram, Ram Ram, Sita Ram, Ram Ram. Jai Jai Ram, Ram Ram, Sita Ram, Ram Ram. Jai Jai Ram, Ram Ram, Sita Ram, Ram Ram. Jai Ram, Ram Ram, Sita Ram, Ram Ram. Jai Jai Ram, Sita 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 Ram. Maryada Puro Shotam Ram Janaki Vallabh Sitaram Bolo Ram बोलो राम, जय जय राम, जय राम.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namaste Narasinghaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Hiranyakashe Purvakshaha.
Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha.
Hiranyakashe Purvakshaha.
Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha.
Shilatankanakalaye.
Shilatankanakalaye.
Ito nasinga, parato nasinga.
Nasimha, parato nasimha.
Ito nasinga, parato nasinga.
Ito nasinga, parato nasimha.
Yato yato yami tato nasinga. Yato yato yami tato nasinga. Bahe nasinga, hridaye nasinga.
Bahe nasinga, hridaye nasimha.
Narasinga marim sharana prabhate.
Amarim sharanam prapade.
Narasinga marim sharana prabhate.
Narasingha marim sharanam prapade.
Tava kara kamala hare nakama putashinga. Dalita hiranya kashipu tano binga. Keshavareta narahare ropa. Jaya Jagaresha Hare. Jaya Jagaresha Hare. Jaya Jagaresha Hare.
Kara kamala vare nakha adbhuta shringar. Dalita hiranyakashipu tano bringa. Keshavadita rupa. Jai Jagadish Hare. Jai Jagadish Hare. Jai Jagadish Hare.
Keshavareta Narahare Ropa.
Hare Jaya Jagadesh Hare Jaya Jagadesh Hare
केशावद्रीका नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
जय नरसिंहरे 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 जय नरसिंहरे
जय नरसिंहरे जय नरसिंहदेव नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव
जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
सिंगरे प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद
जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद
प्रभुपाद
श्री नरसिंह भगवान की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी हरि हरि बोल हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा. So please do not leave as yet if you can notice me wherever you're sitting. So you have a final give here for someone who would like to receive a give from us this evening. And I'm coming this side so maybe a lot more people can see me here. Everybody can see me here? So you see what I have in my hand? Yes or no? Okay, so all those who desire us from today or from tomorrow onwards to chant, you can receive a free bead, a free japamala you can receive this evening. Even though we are saying it is for free, a little price attached to it. You want to hear what is the price? Adibul? Who is that, Navin? You want to hear the price that is attached to it? Yes or no? So you'll receive a free japamala under one condition. Not a price, a condition, sorry. That you will chant one round of Hare Krishna Mahamantra every single day, which will just take maximum 10 minutes of your time, as long as you learn and you chant regular. So one round of Mahamantra means you hold the bead like this. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And then you move to our next bead. And when you go right away wrong and you reach back here, that is called one wrong. Means that you chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra 108 times. So that's all that you have to do to receive one of these beads. So you can reach me after Prashadam by the stage area. Not you. No, I'm giving you. No Hare Kirtan, no Mukunda, no Keshav, nah. I ain't giving you.